Hi everyone, welcome to today's 5-minute Friday. The sun has gone in a little bit, but it's still a lovely warm day, and on warm days we want to look at making salads and use things like basil, and I'm going to show you how to take a cutting from this basil. Now you may ask the question, why on earth would you want to take a cutting from a basil? Because they grow from seeds. But these varieties we've got here, these 3 varieties, you cannot grow them from seed. So this one here is pesto, a lovely variegated basil there. That one there is red ball. That's a little bit closer to your Thai type basil, so more aniseedy than some basils. And this one is Magic Mountain purple. All really nice varieties. So you can't grow them from seed. So the seeds that they put, so they will flower, but the seeds that they put are sterile. So you have to grow them from cuttings. So what we're going to do, if we find a stem so you can see nice and easily, we're going to take the cutting from here. Okay, so I've got some top leaves here, got a nice stem. I'm going to take it just above this break here. So it actually helps the plants as well, because it stops the plant, and what we mean by that is it helps it bush out. So I'm going to take 3 cuttings, so in exactly the same way, just going to take 2 more, do that quickly. The reason I'm taking 3 is that when you take cuttings, they're not all going to survive, they won't all grow. So if we want to do a pot of cuttings, we want at least 1 to grow. So taking 3 will really help with that. So we've got our cuttings there. Now all we need to do is put them in some compost. So this is just multi-purpose compost. You can use a seed and cutting mix as well, no problem at all. So I've tapped that down just to see if there's any air holes in there, and the compost sinks. So that's what we're looking for. And because we're taking a cutting, any big lumps I'm just discarding. Okay, so then we just need to make 3 holes. So I'm going to use these little snips here, which are really good for taking cuttings. You can buy these anywhere. These are fantastic for cuttings. They're almost like seamstress scissors. There we go. So we just make some holes in the compost just like that. What that does is, rather than poking this stem in, what it does is it avoids any bruising here. We don't want it to bruise, we don't want to damage this clean cut here. So then we just, doing it slightly cat-handed so you can see, we just tuck it in, just like that. Okay, and the other one, like that, and this one here, just like that. So I'm not really forcing it down. What I'm doing is just delicately pushing the compost around the stem and around the bottom where we want the roots to form. And then all we have to do is water it. And at this stage, you really can't overwater it. So just add water and just make sure the compost is really moist. We want to get a lot of water in there. It will definitely come out the bottom. It will definitely make a mess. So if you haven't got a table like this, make sure you put a saucer underneath, but we want to make sure we get a nice lot of moisture in there. And you can feel how heavy it's got, the amount of water it takes on. So give it a good water. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put it in a greenhouse before this leaks all over me. I'm going to put this in a greenhouse, but a windowsill works really well as well. You want to keep it nice and warm. And then it will start growing. Out of these basils, the one I've done here, the Magic Mountain purple, is probably the easiest to take a cutting from, closely followed by this red ball. And this pesto's the hardest. But I'd recommend, if you've got these varieties, definitely take cuttings, because it's a nice thing to do, plus you get more basil. Simple as that. Any questions at all, get in contact, we're here to help. See you soon.